What are some of the basic terms for use on Steemit? I hope this will be helpful because these were really confusing for me in first getting started. Number one, Steem is the basic cryptocurrency that's the foundation of everything. The blockchain for Steemit, all of the money that's paid out, it's all founded on Steem. Steem is an online cryptocurrency similar to Bitcoin with different features that make it faster and very easy to use. For example, you can send straight to a username instead of some cryptographic hash. Steem is the basic currency unit. The Steem Power and Steem Dollars are based on Steem. So that brings us to the next thing. What is Steem Power? Steem Power is basically just Steem that's been vested or powered up into your Steemit account. This means you've essentially given your Steem to the collective vesting pool of all Steem Power. And in exchange for doing that, you get to have a much more influential role on the website. I can upvote my posts anywhere from $20 to $40 because I have 38,000 and a half Steem that I powered up. The limitation is that if I want to power down over here, if I want to power down my Steem Power and turn it back into Steem, which I can then use and trade, it takes 13 payments over a period of 13 weeks, which is about 3 months. So Steem is liquid. You can immediately go buy and sell and transfer it on most exchanges. Steem Power is not. I have to power down to take my Steem Power and turn it back into Steem. So to pull my Steem out of the pool of Steem Power. With Steem, it has you can power it up to put it into Steem Power. You can also buy, sell, trade it on the market, transfer. Steem is a liquid currency you can move around online. Now, Steem Dollars is actually very similar to Steem. The difference is the idea with the Steem Dollar is it's a token or another cryptocurrency essentially based on Steem that's worth about $1 of Steem. So what you can do with Steem Dollars, the main thing you do with Steem Dollars is buy Steem. How do you get Steem Dollars? When you make a post, you get 50% of your rewards paid directly in Steem Power, which means you can't immediately do anything with them, but it gives you more influence on the website. You could power down to turn them into Steem. With Steem Dollars, you also get half of your post payouts in Steem Dollars, which means a Steem Dollar is worth around $1 of Steem. However, the actual price on the market is about $1.50 of Steem today, which is very good. That means every Steem Dollar you get today is worth about $1.50 of Steem that you can buy. That means that today's $2 Steem price, that $1 of Steem Dollars will actually buy you most of a Steem, even though Steem's worth $2. So you always want to use the market on Steem. If you get Steem Dollars, you want to either transfer them using block trades or send them to an exchange to sell them, or use the market to sell them. You don't want to convert directly to Steem unless the price drops below $1 for the value of a Steem Dollar. And so far it's been up over $1 the whole time. So Steem Dollars are liquid currency that's pegged at the US dollar. The idea being the more valuable Steem gets, the more Steem Dollars it takes to buy one Steem. For example, if today Steem is worth about $2, that means if you get one Steem payout in terms of Steem Power, it will give you about 2 Steem Dollars. So if your comment says that it earns $4, what you'll actually get paid out is 1 Steem Power and 2 Steem Dollars. And then you've got the 2 Steam dollars that if you just processed what I said, you can actually convert those 2 Steam dollars into about $3 worth of Steam at the current market rate. So these are the difference. These are the main 3 terms you need: Steam, Steam Power, and Steam Dollars, because you'll earn Steam Power and Steam Dollars by posting, and you invest in Steam by buying Steam and powering it up. And then if you want to power down, you can cash out your Steam Power by putting it in Steam. You can cash out your Steam dollars directly to Bitcoin or other altcoins on many exchanges or with block trades, as I've got tutorials for that up. So these are the very most basic terms. Then you've got the estimated account value here as that's the estimate of everything that's in your account multiplied by the market value. Finally, one last thing that was really annoying. You might be like, Jerry, where did you find this tab? It took me a while to find this tab. So what you do to get to this is your wallet. So if you're on your profile, there's a tab to your wallet over on the right side, or if you click your face, your wallet's right here, and that's where these different terms are located. Thank you for going through the very most basic terms on Steemit. I hope this is helpful for you. Basic Steemit terms. I'll hope to explain some of those in more detail here. One of the first confusing things to me was the whole profile interface. What you've got right here is I'm on steemit.com/@JerryBanfield. Now for the account name and most everything, you don't use @JerryBanfield if you're sending things to your wallet, but you do use it if you're tagging in a post. Just keep it straight. For wallet transactions, you don't use the @ symbol, and for tagging most everyone else, you do. Now, where can you see your own posts at? You can see your own posts right here on the blog. This is also where you get to see posts you've re-steamed. Now, I generally don't re-steam because I've got so many of my own posts on here that you can see just with my own posts in the last month, there's a whole lot on here already. So this is the main landing page right here, is the blog. Then I've got comments over here. The comments over here are comments I've made. That means they're comments that I put on someone else's post that I've authored. So you'll see most all these comments here are ones I've authored. Then the replies over here are the replies I've gotten on my post. Now this counts the posts I've made, and this counts the comments I've made. If someone replies to a blog post or to the comments, then I'm able to get that in replies. Therefore, the easiest way to manage all of your replies among all of your comments and posts is to simply go straight down here and just look at it this way. Now, I'm grateful and humbled by the amount of comments I get. You see, I can't possibly even hardly read all these already, let alone respond to them. I try and read and respond to as many as I can. I think responding to comments is one of the most critical things you can do to get started with building followers. The first few weeks I was on Steemit, I responded and upvoted almost every single comment that I received. I either upvoted it and or commented on it. If you want to build a following, every single comment is gold. And you might think it's ideal to have a bunch of followers. The problem is I actually can't do as good of a job as you probably can in even responding to comments. It's best to interact with people who can interact back with you. When you hit this replies feature on your profile and make sure you respond to those comments, then you've got the chance to build more and more followers. I responded so much to my comments that I've been getting so many followers now. I am absolutely swamped with comments, and yet I still try and read as many of them as I can. Finally, the rewards tab in here has two different areas. It has curation rewards and it has author rewards. Author rewards are from posts I made. I'll minimize my head so you can see better. Author rewards are from posts I've made, while curation rewards are from posts I've voted up. Notice I get Steam back dollars and Steam power because I choose the 50-50 payout option. The 50 payout option is always what you want to do because you earn 37% more essentially, and give or take, it moves a bit, but you earn a lot more author rewards when you choose your 50-50 payout, because on posts you author, and this includes comments, you get Steam back dollars and Steam power. Now Steam power goes directly in your wallet and is what allows me to vote up posts. That is what I have that basically gives me my influence on Steam. So you want that Steam power, but Steam back dollars are liquid. You can immediately, as I've done today, I sold the Steam back dollars I got for $207 today. The Steam back dollars are liquid and they actually have a higher value than $1. So this 1,297 Steam back dollars is intended to be worth that many dollars, but actually it's really worth anywhere from $1,500 to $1,800 US dollars when cashed out. Now you combine the author rewards with the curation rewards, voting up, and voting up is actually one of the best ways to earn Steam power. Now the more Steam power you have, the more Steam power you get when you vote something up. And that's why it's such a great investment in Steam, because the more you have, the easier it is to keep earning more. So I'm grateful within the last week I've earned 230 Steam power just by voting things up, which is about $400. That's crazy because I don't even think about my rewards from voting things up, and yet every single post, every single comment I make votes up a little bit. It helps earn, as you can see, a little bit of Steam power earned. Now most things are not earning a lot of Steam power. A lot of these are just comments I voted up, but you can see when you add it all up, when you add all of these different votes up, then it does add up to a significant amount of Steam power. So what you want to do is use your voting power up. You'll see on this one, voting this one post up, I've earned about $2.50 just putting an upvote on that one post. On this one here, this one earning over $4 for voting this one post up. So you want to vote up posts, especially the more Steam you have powered up into Steam power. You want to vote all these posts up. You want to vote comments up, because this then will help you earn more Steam power. This is how the website functions and allows us all to curate content essentially. So these are the four basic terms over here: blog, comments, replies, and then your rewards tab. These four areas are four critical tabs you want to understand for using Steemit, and I hope this tutorial has been helpful for you in getting these terms down. The home tab, the new tab, the hot, the trending, and the promoted tab all work on Steemit. The home tab is where you see posts by people you're following from your feed. If you're not following anyone, your home feed is likely to either be blank or perhaps, depending on how it's coded at the time you're watching this, it may include things like trending posts or other posts that they choose to show up in there. My home feed is from people I'm following. So if I click on the people in my home feed, you'll notice I'm following the people on my home feed. So these are people I've chosen to follow, and then what I do is I go through my home feed and I can see their posts. Now here, this one is not actually someone I'm following because it was re-steamed by someone I am following. So for getting in the home feed, any re-steam is a great opportunity because you see I'm not following Scooter, but I am following Knowledge. So Scooter got in my home feed by being resteamed. Resteaming is a really nice tool. If you don't post a lot, I think resteaming is outstanding. You'll see here I'm not following this guy, but I am following Maximum Draws, who resteamed him. The home feed currently is just for people I'm following and resteams, which that's why it's called the home feed, I guess. It's basically what I've chosen to see. Now if I go over to the new post tab, this and the hot and the trending and the promoted are all a free-for-all. I may or may not be following the people in the new post tab, and the new post tab is where I can see the very newest posts people have just made. So if I continue refreshing this with the F5 button, you'll see this is pretty much a live feed of the posts coming straight onto Steemit. These are the very newest posts. If you are looking for things that are just the absolute newest right now, you can just keep refreshing right here, and you'll see the very newest posts as they come out on Steemit. Now, if you want to see the hottest, newer posts right here, you can go to the hot category. These are generally, the point of the hot category is to provide you great posts to vote on. Curation rewards are the highest currently if you vote on a newer post that does well. This means that it's ideal if a post is going to go viral after about 30 minutes to vote on it. So in terms of getting a curation reward, this post right here seems like it might be ideal in a lot of ways to vote on, because it seems like it's got a good chance to go viral. And then if I vote on that, I have a good chance of earning Steam power from my vote. Therefore, if you want to just load up your Steam account with US dollars, you don't want to post much, but you do want to earn just by voting, the hot tab is a very good place to find the newest posts that have a great chance of going viral. You vote the ones up you like the best. You then just continuously earn money by voting things up. An amazing system. Now the trending tab is where some of the very highest posts on Steemit are located. You'll see there's posts I voted up. Here's a new post by Sweet Jess. I voted one of her posts up yesterday. And you'll see there's a post here by Trayvon JB, other posts I voted up over here. Now, it's tempting to want to get in the trending feed, to be obsessed with getting in the trending feed. You'll notice this is where you can really see how much money is being made by the top authors, or people who've done really well making one post and have just got their first trending post. Most of these posts in the trending post are by top authors, like Sweet Jess. Her post here, she's a top author. If you go bookingteam.com, top author. If you go over here, Trafalgar, top author. If you go down here, I don't know how to say that, but top author. If you go down to Trayvon JB, top author, you see, you'll notice the trending feed is mostly posts by the top authors. King's Crown, I think, is one of the top 1 to 3 on the entire website. Now, I don't even know if any of mine will be in here. You might have to scroll down. I usually get a post or two in the trending feed here and there. Here's the thing, though. I don't obsess over it. I don't go hunting and finding and seeing, did I make the trending feed today? I just do my best job posting. I try to create things that are really helpful for other people, because that gives me the best chance to get in the trending feed then. The trending feed is where you can potentially earn the most rewards as well. If you grab a post that goes into the trending feed and vote on it when it's in the hot phase, before very many people have voted on it, then it gets up in the trending feed. One of the problems is right now, many of the Steam whales with even lots more money than me, they know the same thing. They have auto voters set up to vote on top authors' posts because they get the very most Steam power just by doing that. Set it up to vote automatically. You know that author has a good shot to make a whole lot in rewards. This is one of the downsides of Steam, is that it's very easy for top authors to trend. It's very difficult for anyone else to trend. I'm doing my best to help with that, as are many other people in the community. As you can see though, trending tab, mostly established authors. In fact, you can see Booking Team has 2 different posts up here in the top, and most of the people I've seen in here consistently, like Sweet Jess has 2 posts in here. Booking Team, here's a 3rd one on the trending phase. Acid Yo, another one. There's another one from Acid Yo. Block Trades. You can see King's Crown, another post in here. That once you start hitting up to this level in the trending feed, you've pretty much got the chance to just keep hitting the trending feed over and over and over again. Point being, you don't want to obsess about being in the trending feed. Not even worth your time in terms of trying to get your own post there. You just do your best, your post will show up. I said that twice because it's really important. I've already got lots of people asking me, how do I get to the trending feed? How do I get my post popular? You do a really good job writing your post. You love and enjoy it, and then you share it, and then you get to work writing the next one. And finally, the promoted tab over here, you can actually give Steam to help get your post to trend, so to speak. This post has been promoted. I have not tried a promoted post yet, and perhaps I will in the future, but these are all people then who have promoted their posts. There's an option you can promote a post, which I have not used yet. As I just said before, you can click on a post and get it, you can set it to promote, but I don't see the need to do that for my posts currently, so I haven't been promoting any of them. However, you can try the promoted tab. I don't see that the promoted tab is that big of a deal in terms of people using it and being really excited about it. It might be a good thing to test though. You might, if you've got 0 followers, you might be able to get a few new followers using the promoted tab. That's an overview of the whole new trending, hot, and promoted tab. I hope this has been helpful for you in learning about Steemit. Of making a post on Steemit. Thankfully, Steemit posts are very simple to make. You click on Submit Story up on the upper right of your profile. You then have 3 basic fields over here you use. You use the title, you use this is the main story tab, then you've got tags. I'll explain each of these elements here quickly. You can also click the editor over here if you'd like to do more of an HTML and have the option for bold, italics, and strike through and all these other options without having to use Markdown. I like Markdown. It's pretty simple. It has its own specific formatting requirements. For example, if you want to do bold, you need to do 2 stars to make bold, and I'll put it this way, bold. And then down below, you'll see on the lower left, there's a little preview of what your post looks like down there. What I like about this post editor is that it's easily intuitive to see how it works. So if I go show you one of my other posts over here, you'll see how some of the various areas show up in it. What you get when you put your title in here is you get this section up here. Now, the characters are not limited in the title, which is cool. However, it also presents a potential to make a title that's way too long and awkward. You want a simple, short title that communicates the value of it in as few words as possible. Something like 100 characters or so limit is good. You'll notice most of my titles are in that range. So I don't go use huge, gigantic, long titles. And then one of the key things a lot of authors, even more established authors, miss on, and especially newer ones, is the importance of this first line on here. Lots of the upvotes I get and that I make, these are all I see. I see the picture, I see the title, and I see the text here. This is where you sell reading your article. This is one of the very most important parts of the article. You need a compelling title matched with a compelling beginning here, and that's where you sell people on reading what you've got to say. Now, doing something like putting an affiliate code right in here is ultra stupid, because you're turning people off of reading your post immediately right in the text. Now, sure, you might think, well, I don't want anyone to read it who's not interested in affiliate code. I've seen that response, and if you've got a bunch of followers, you can afford to do that, go ahead. I don't look at it, I have enough followers at 4,100 followers to just intentionally try and exclude people from reading my posts, unless maybe I make a nude post of myself, in which case I will try and encourage people who don't want to see it to not go look at it. Other than that, or generally, you want to make it clear what your post is, and then explain that in one sentence if you can up here, combined with the title. So where do you do that? Well, you do that when you click submit a story. You've got your title, and then the first characters, you can see whatever the amount is from here. However many this is, if I go to the character count, I could actually get an exact count of it. So why don't we go look, we'll just do the character counter online. Let's see an exact count of this. How many characters is this character count? That's 111 characters it allows me to put out there. I don't know if it's the exact same every time or not, but you can get an idea. 111 characters that will let you type out here. It's critical to match these two up. And from there, it's just about making a post you would enjoy reading. Oh, one thing a lot of people struggle with, the thumbnail. Here's how you make the thumbnail simple. You can make the thumbnail very simple. I guess I'll just click update this post because it keeps wanting me to edit it. The easy way to do the thumbnail, I just do a screenshot right at the top, because Steemit pulls the very first image as your thumbnail. Whatever image you want to be your thumbnail needs to be the first image in the post. I just put my first image right here because that makes it simple and easy. And then there's not some big image to scroll down past. It also guarantees that my thumbnail's always in there. That's how I do it. Now, if you're trying to share a video or something and you don't put an image in there, it will give you some ugly cropped image. The simple workaround is to take your thumbnail from the video, put that at the beginning, then put your text, then put your vlog, your YouTube video or whatever down below that. Then you won't have some uncomfortably cropped looking thumbnail. A thumbnail is a very important part of your post, and what I like to do is to put my face on most all of my thumbnails, as you can see, because this gives me consistency. That way, if you are just looking through the home feed, for example, it gives me consistency because my face then appears in all my thumbnails. Anyone who's just casually browsing easily recognizes my different thumbnails then, because my face is on all of my different thumbnails. I like to use canva.com to help with that. It's easy then to get a picture of myself and to match it up. I actually use Wirecast, which I'm using to record my videos. I just record me over top of whatever I'm doing, and then I take that as a screenshot. I think this is a great thumbnail approach over time for brand recognition and to get an idea of making it unique. If you look, a lot of the home feed and a lot of the trending, they're kind of these generic thumbnails. So when you're just browsing past, a lot of them are generic thumbnails. However, you'll see like Sweet Jess does a good job with this. If you look at her thumbnails, now she actually appears in most of her thumbnails. So you'll see if you look back at her thumbnails, she is actually in the majority of her thumbnails. So she's one of the very top authors on Steemit. She's doing the same thing with, she puts her face on the majority of her thumbnails as well. And she has beautiful photographs. You'll notice, like Trayvon here, he'll have his face on lots of his posts. And then some of the other authors don't go about it that way. I think this is a really good way to go about it, which is why I do it that way, especially over time. When you are making the post, also, you want to save this or back it up somewhere. The browser does a decent job with it. What I do is I use Airtable. So I use Airtable over here, and then I have my posts I can access on any device. This way, if anything happens to my post, for example, one time I was making a post on Steemit, and I don't know what happened, but it totally folded. There was some error in the blockchain, the post didn't go up live. One of the best things you can do is make sure you have a backup of your posts. I like Airtable because I use it for all kinds of spreadsheets, and they're easy to share. Instantly pull up and save them on any device. You can also use Evernote. I've used Evernote to back my posts up. You could use Microsoft Word, Google Documents, whatever you use something, especially if you're writing a really long, in-depth post. Make sure you back it up so that you don't lose all of your work at once. I hope this has been helpful, giving a general overview of the post. I'll share two more quick things before we're done. On the rewards, you always want to select, 99% of the time you want to select default payout right now, because Steam-backed dollars are actually worth much more than $1. Therefore, you actually get the most money with this payout. There's very few situations you want to decline payout based on principle, and because I don't see the need to do that very often. However, if just based on principle you want to take no payout, then sure. But the problem is, if you decline payout, I believe you also are preventing people from getting curation rewards on that. I'm not 100% on that, but if that is the case, your post is much less attractive to vote up and share. I think default 50-50 is the way to go, which is why I've got a post explaining that. However, you can power up 100%, which will give you everything in Steam Power. If you'd rather get 30% less money for your post than without costing Steam anything else, then go for it. Choose Power Up 100%. When you're ready for your post, you want to upvote your own post as well. For me, I get anywhere from like $5 at the lowest to $33 or so at the highest to upvote my own post. You want to leave your upvote your own post check to apply your own voting power to your post. And then when you're done, you hit post on here and it will go out. One last thing I didn't mention are the tags. So the tags, you can see the tags. If you go to steemit.com, you'll see this topic and tags list. If I go show more topics and sort by payouts, you can see the top tags by payout. I'll stick my face in the middle here. So Steemit is the top payout currently, and basically you could argue that between Steemit and Life, you could probably post about anything in those two. I usually include one of these two on here. However, the Introduce Yourself is one of the most lucrative categories on Steemit, because one of the most exciting things for people is to see new introductions. You'll notice that there's very few posts on Introduce Yourself relative to the payment on many of these other popular categories. If you have not made a post on Steemit, you absolutely want to start off with a very good Introduce Yourself post. One of the missed opportunities I frequently see is halfway done introductory posts. I'll show you my introductory post. I'm grateful my very first post on Steemit earned $400 and something, and I'll show you, this is my introductory post. Just huge introductory post, bunch of pictures, lots of very honest, in-depth personal stories shared, and these seem to work consistently the best for people. If you want to browse a specific category on Steemit, you can just go over and, for example, I can look at all the Introduce Yourself posts. I can click on steemit.com/trending/introduce yourself. I believe I can also go to Hot Introduce Yourself. I don't know if that makes much of a difference or not, but you can pick the exact tag over here. Look at these trending introductory posts. You can also, I think, nope, you can't go to new, but you can go to hot and trending introductory posts. So you can see some of these new introductory posts. A lot of these can be great for curation rewards as well, because you've got a good chance to vote up. A lot of these introductory posts get really good upvotes, so some of these, if you want to earn curation rewards, you can look through the introduce yourself posts. You can see examples of other people who've done really good introduction posts and do one for yourself. Yes, if you went through and you did an introductory post and you didn't do a very good job with it, or no one just saw it, you did do a great job, you can go and do another introduce yourself posts. I mean, those are kind of cheesy, but people do make decent money on those. So I'll show you my friend Robert. He did an introduction post. Let's see. He did an introduction post a while back. So you'll see this original Hello Steemit post Robert didn't do a whole lot. He didn't make like anything on it. So Robert went back a while later and says, let me reintroduce myself, and then that post got almost $100. So if you started off like that and it doesn't go as well, you can always post another one later. Thank you for watching this. I hope this has been helpful in explaining submitting a post on Steemit and then talking about which tags to use to make your post. That's great. That's great for you with your 2.5 million followers online that you probably bought like 2 million of them on Facebook with ads. That's correct. And you advertised your YouTube videos so much and got a lot of followers that way on YouTube. That's right. And you did follow on Twitter. That's right. So really you have like maybe a couple 100,000 real followers online. That's right. So in summary, that might be great for you, Jerry. But what about me? I don't even have a Steam account. I've got a very small amount of followers online. Is this going to do anything for me? I'll show you some examples of what my friends have done with this. So I'll pull down, this is the guy who invited me, Robert Janito. Robert invited me. He invited me when the Steam price was 20 cents, and I started buying in at $1.20. Yes, if I'd taken Robert's invitation, I could have gotten a way better deal on the Steam I bought. Still, I did take him up on it, and Robert is the one who actually invited me to join Steemit. He said, join Steemit, you'll thank me later. That was all he said, and wow, he was right. Robert's business is cryptocurrency and helping users use cash to buy cryptocurrencies. Now, Robert puts almost no time into his social media. Robert is a relatively new user. He joined in April 2017, and Robert has not done a whole lot on Steam. And yet, look, this last post, he's getting $51 out of this, and he made the post 6 hours ago. And if you total up his other posts, here's one for $94. If you total up all his other posts he's been posting on Steam for a while, if you total up his posts, he's somewhere in $150 to $200. Now, for the same amount of time and energy that we put into using something like Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, how much money have you made on that lately? Would you like to make $150 or $200 just by posting? Just by voting and commenting? I've used Facebook a lot since 2005. And let me tell you, I never have got paid anything. Not to make one post, not to comment or like anything. I've never got anything. Now, Robert has gotten $150 to $200 within just the last 2 months, just by making a few posts. I showed you the data on my blog. When I first made my blog, and the first years of my blog, it was extremely difficult to make a profit. To even just make a profit, to cover my hosting costs. Now, Steam is completely free. It's completely free. In fact, Steam will give you a little bit just to sign up. Steam offers no introduction cost. And therefore, anything you make is immediate profit. It's not like starting a blog where you have to spend money or use some free hosting platform that looks terrible and you'll never get a good following on that. And you're essentially wasting all your time on there anyway for 99.9% of users. If you try and set it up nice, it costs significantly more money, takes a ton of time, and then you're literally looking for 1, 2, maybe 3 years of blogging to barely break even. Robert's made $150 to $200 just by making a few posts on Steemit, and guess what? Robert is ahead of 99.9% of the bloggers in the world who've tried to start a blog and who've not made $150 to $200 on it. Robert is fairly normal in terms of getting started on Steem. Now, Robert has been a cryptocurrency enthusiast. He's been working with Bitcoin since just after it came out. So I'll show you another example. My friend Albert just graduated college last year. He works with me and with Robert and with cryptocurrencies online. Albert just started out on Steem and along with Robert as well. And look, Albert has literally, he does posts like this. He literally just posted a video up from YouTube. That's all this post is. He posted a video up from YouTube, and he's getting $1.42 out of this video. Do you know how hard he'd have to work to get $1.42 out of YouTube ads? In terms of AdSense, really hard. He'd be lucky within a year of posting videos every day to get $1 or $2 in ads out of each one. So he's literally just posting his videos here for monetization. And Albert has put, like, these are mostly just videos, so there's not even hardly any words in them. Now, Albert wrote out this introduction post on here. He posted a picture of himself and his fiance. He's made a story. He's talked about how he got here. So this post maybe took Albert an hour or so. Now, Albert got $16 out of this. Now, you go make a post on Facebook or Twitter and tell me how much you're going to get out of that. Go make a video on YouTube and tell me how much you're going to get out of that. Are you going to get $16 out of it? Probably not. And the cool thing is Albert got 52 views on this, so we're not talking massive views. He made $16 out of 52 views. And Albert is just beginning in terms of working online and building his following up. He's just essentially getting started. So let's just keep looking at more. So I have another friend, Michel Girard. He has been doing internet marketing online for about 7 years or so. And he's got his own website, he has his own blog, and he made a few posts on Steemit to get started here as well. Now, he's re-steamed a few of my posts. Michelle also edits my transcriptions from videos. Like this video will be turned into a transcription, which either Michelle or Albert will then end up editing. So Michelle's first introductory post here, also right about the same time as Albert, he made a very nice in-depth introductory post, a picture of him and his partner or wife, and then $19, so he got nearly $20 out of that. Now, Michelle lives in Thailand, so $20 or $19 for him goes a lot farther than it does for me in Florida, and for me in Florida, my money goes farther than where Albert lives in the Seattle metro area, where things are, his rent on a one-bedroom's more than my whole house in Florida. So, Michelle, that's great money for making a post in Thailand, especially. And Michelle has just tested this out a little bit. I don't think I've been promoting my Steem absolutely everywhere. Michelle's just given this a try, and he's made about $25 on it. Again, just buying and setting up your own blog, this is a way better deal. And this is at the current Steemit price. This still gets even better. And the results were vary greatly depending on how you use it. So I've showed you Robert, who made $150 to $200. I showed you Michelle and Albert, who've both made over $20 within their first month. Let's look at my friend, another friend named Michael. Michael Suppo, or Suppo Man. So he just made his first 2 posts on here, and his first 2 posts earned him over $200. He teaches online. He's one of my business partners, and his first 2 posts here made him over $200. He introduced himself here, and he made a post about cryptocurrency crashing here. So he's just made a couple of posts. He's just tested this out. He might have put a video or 2 up about it on YouTube, and he's made over $200. He's in the UK with this. Motivated to make comments on Steemit. Look, because Flipstar made this comment, I voted it up. He's earning $1.60. He's earning $1.60 for the comment he made. Now, the crypto girl here posted, now I'll show you how this works in real time. She posted here, totally agree. And I'm grateful she's posted several times, as has Flipstar on my other posts. So I just saw this comment now. So look, I click on this comment. Watch this. Now she gets 3 cents before I voted on this. So she voted her own post up right here. Now watch this. I vote on it. And look, she just got $1.44. I just gave her $1.44 for posting totally agree and putting a meme on here. And I just looked at the meme. Me, I don't cook dinner, I drink it. I'm an alcoholic, so that's funny. I'm a sober alcoholic, gratefully. So that's how cool this is. Now look, there's 2 votes on it. $1.47. I just gave her $1.44 for commenting. Now that's why there's so many comments, because people make comments and they're hoping to get votes up. If you look, I've read a lot of these comments and I voted them up. Now I can even vote my own comment up. Yes, I can literally vote. Look, I made this comment right here. Look, I made this comment. I can just vote my own comment up. Look, I gave myself $1.43. I could literally sit here every day and give myself $10, $20, $30, $50 a day just by voting my own posts and comments up. Category today. Now, look at all these other authors. So this post, $1,850. This post, $2,195. Just post after 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 post. Just post after post, just tons of different posts. This is not, and the amazing thing is, there's not that many people right now. It's relatively easy. I've had a bunch of my posts get up into the trending category. And look, you don't even have to be in English. This post is in Korean. How do you know it's in Korean? I went to South Korea once. These are Korean characters. I'm pretty sure that's Korean. And Korean's one of the top 2nd languages into English on the website. You don't even have to be in English. That's Korean. So there's a Korean post here, and just post after post earning hundreds of dollars. Now the cool thing is, if you just use Steemit and give it a try, you've got a good chance right now to get into the trending post at least once, especially if you do a good introductory post. You got a really good chance to get into the trending category here. So these are some of the top new posts. You'll notice all of these are relatively new. And then here's the beauty of it. These posts then are indexed by Google. Now when you make a post on Facebook, odds are it will not be indexed on Google. If no one sees your post within the first 24 to 48 hours, the amount of people that are likely to see it after that are almost zero. Now many of these posts on Steemit have the chance to be found in Google for years after they've been made. And that to me is what presents a really, really, really good opportunity to blog on Steemit. Now, if you go blog on your own website, getting Google to send you traffic is extremely difficult. You'll be tempted to cheat, you'll be tempted to run ads, spend money, and guess what? You still probably will struggle to get Google to give you anything. Here we go. My newest post is actually in the trending here, even though it was about quit any addiction today. That's awesome. I appreciate all the upvotes to get it up there. So if you look at these, the amazing thing with Steemit is the long-term potential. When you take the time to go make posts like this, they can earn you money in the first 7 days after you post them. But then the more good posts people make, the more Steemit will continue to rise in the Google search rankings. Would you let me show you here? Where's the Alexa? I've got all these tabs here. So I'm not sure why, there we go. So for having a blog and getting found online, Google organic search traffic is absolute gold, or Bitcoin or Ethereum, which I think have higher prices than gold. Getting found online in Google search traffic is absolute gold. Why? Because getting found right when someone needs you is way different, way better, a huge improvement over trying to just show up in front of people's lives like I do with all these online ads. Now, online ads can work, but getting found right when someone needs you, when someone's looking, I bet, how did you originally find me? The odds are good that you originally found me when you needed me. Even though I've advertised this a lot, the odds of you getting deep into this video, if this is the first video you've ever watched of mine, are really low. You probably originally found me, and most everyone who's a true follower online, not someone I just paid for on Facebook ads, but a true follower, found me through Google Organic or YouTube search. Now, the amazing thing is Steemit.com is continuing. After its initial release, it rapidly rose up in the global website rankings. It had an initial kind of depression here where one of the founders left, the price went down. But now, as the enthusiasm and excitement with cryptocurrencies takes off, as the community has crowdfunded me to start doing ads for it, as the community is crowdfunding more projects like what I showed you with ChainBB, the forums, as these things all, as Google keeps sending more and more people to Steemit, as more and more articles get posted, it's hitting a power curve here where in just the last few months it's taken a significant increase. I'm consistently seeing Google organic search results from Steemit.com more and more. This means if you try and start your own blog out right now, it sucks. You have no page rank and no one will come to your website. Right now on Steemit, you can effectively have a high page rank website that has great in terms of built-in SEO, and you can have a good shot to get people finding a post you've made for the next 10 years. That's how you really crush it and really earn big money and set up a life like I have where I just can work in my bedroom every day, do whatever I want to, and then spend the rest of the day with my family and friends or at AA meetings, whatever exciting social life I have, walking my dogs, talking to my mom at night, reading books, and upvoting comments and posts on Steam. So as you can see, the global rank has went up a lot recently on Steemit, and I think Steemit is on the way to being one of the top 100 websites in the world. And the farther up it goes, the more lucrative it'll be to get in now. Because I will show you one of the things here that I will start wrapping this up with. So, what is the easiest way to get your post voted up higher? What is one of the secrets that's allowed me to be able to make so many high-ranking posts here? I'll summarize it. In Steem, the amount of Steem, which is a cryptocurrency, which I expect I may need to explain that to you. Okay, Jerry, you might have known what a cryptocurrency was if you got this deep into it, but it's possible you didn't. If you invest in your Steem account, now you don't have to, and most of the users on the website don't have any investment. If you do invest in your Steem account, what you can do is have a more influential vote. And I hope if you've made it 45 minutes in here, this little tip is worth it. Now, if you put $1,000 into your blog, you will essentially have the very basic tools to get started. So like my website, $1,000 covers my web hosting for a few months. It covers buying a theme. It covers and then some basic additions. If you put $1,000 into Steemit, you will have an account that is more influential than 90% or so of users on the website. That means when I make a new post, I automatically get a high vote up. So if you'll notice, the lowest any of my posts have made is $21. The most difficult thing to do is go from 0 to 1. To go from nothing on a post up over $1. Once you can vote your post up to $1, especially if you vote it up immediately, you've got a really good chance at getting into the trending category. Now, if you start out and actually buy a little bit of Steam and then put it into your Steam account, then what you've got is the ability to essentially be an influencer on the website. This means you can literally just pay your way into a more influential vote. Now, if you post things people don't like, and you will still be able to give yourself $1 or so just for your own post, but other people aren't likely to follow up with that. Now, if you make posts that are really helpful for people, and you've got an influential vote, because you invested a little bit of money, even $100 is more than probably 70 to 80% of users have. If you just put in $100, you can essentially make your upvote worth a lot more. Now that's what's truly amazing about Steam.